Hello.
Hello.
Long time no see.
It's been 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we record these. We batch them.
We do batch them.
So, as much as our brains can handle. Okay, so...
On that note, let's just not talk about that at all. It is still Mardi Gras when we're recording, and my boyfriend has forced me to drink a full hazy, so...
Forced.
Insisted.
Yeah. Shoved it down your throat. I'm jealous.
I would share it with you
good.
if I could. Yeah.
I know.
It's refreshing. It is refreshing.
Yeah. So, I did not write an intro today. So
that's why we're talking about hazy beers.
Yeah, so we are going to power through, but I have some ideas.
Okay.
True.
Let's hear them.
Do you know how silk is made?
I have a vague understanding of how silk is made.
What do you think?
So silkworms produce their cocoons.
That's not vague. That's like
okay,
yes.
And they take the cocoons and make the silk out of it.
Yeah,
and they murder the caterpillars, basically.
Yeah, usually. Yeah,
I think that was. Did you ever read the story about the kid who found a cricket and kept it in a cage? And
no.
Okay, it was made into a cartoon. I just remember that he got a cricket and he kept it in a cage, and the Chinese man was like, crickets are good luck and you should feed it mulberries, and then it played its, as they rubbed their legs together, and it was like a violin thing. This is a core memory of my childhood, and I can't remember the name of it.
That's so interesting. Did it turn into a silkworm?
No, I don't know why that hasn't, but I think they discuss silkworms at the...
Okay.
Yeah, because crickets have nothing to do with silkworms. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Well, but the mulberry is...
They feed them mulberry leaves, I think. Yeah.
The crickets?
Or they...
Because they also feed the silkworms.
No, silkworms. I think that was the thing, is that they was talking about the Chinese man used to work on a silk farm, and so he was like, the silkworms eat the mulberry, maybe the cricket likes it too. I don't know why that stuck. That's why I know about how silk is made. Okay.
That's so interesting.
For some reason.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, the mulberry that's true. Yeah, they typically murder the worms, which is really interesting. So I'm going to talk about like how there are companies that don't. They found kind of ways to not kill the worms.
Interesting. Okay.
And why it like is maybe less sort of satisfying than we would hope for. But
Okay.
it's okay. I'm talking today about a company called, I think, is a genius name, but also very annoying as a person trying to dig into this stuff. It's called the Ethical Silk Company.
It says it all right there. Just say what you do. I don't need a kitschy... Tell me what you do.
Yeah. We know exactly what they're
100% what they're going for. Right.
Yep. So... kind of genius, kind of diabolical. Not really. That's too harsh, but it's good branding, I'll say.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to talk about the Ethical Silk Company. We're going to talk about how it's more ethical, whether it's more ethical, and kind of get into a bunch of their claims that they make as far as sustainability, and also talk a little bit more about fair trade.
Okay, I'm in.
Yeah. Welcome to Greening Up My Act.
Alrighty. I'm afraid this hazy beer that my boyfriend forced down my throat is a heavier hitter than I thought it was, because I'm feeling saucy.
Feeling loosey-goosey, wormy-squirmy.
Wormy-squirmy for the silkworms.
Well, that's good. We need a wormy-squirmy.
Necessary for tonight.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, well, that intro went okay, actually.
Yeah, it's great.
About the Chinese man and his cricket.
I'll look up the book, and I'm sorry. It was
I may have even read it, because it sort of sounds familiar, but...
And there was a cartoon of it on... that made the rounds. I feel like it's like
Is it probably a fable?
No, it was like a children's book. I really want to look it up now.
Maybe based off of a fable?
It was pretty fantastical. I feel like it was also set in like New York City, which also made me like really jealous because I always wished I'd grown up in New York City when I was a little kid.
Oh, interesting.
I'm going to look it up while you tell us your sources.
Okay, yes. So, I looked at the Ethical Silk Company website, go figure. I looked at the World's Fair, the World Fair Trade Organization's website. I looked at this, I actually found one of at the Ethical Silk Company's fair trade workshops in India called Mahira Shah. You can like look it up and kind of find it's really interesting. I looked at Forbes. When fair trade isn't fair. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I needed for my last episode. Okay.
Yeah, but to be honest, it's so complicated that I think we could have like a whole episode just on fair trade.
That's fair.
Nature Sustainability. There was a report from them. I looked at the Corporate Accountability Lab. I looked at Tree Hugger, and that was it. So those
sounds
were my
like
sources.
A pretty good amount of sources. The name of the book is A Cricket in Times Square. I was correct.
You're like, I feel like it was New York City cricket.
It's The Cricket in Times Square.
I never read that actually.
Oh, maybe
It doesn't sound familiar. Let me look at the maybe the cover will look familiar.
No, the cover's totally different than I remember it being when I was a kid too.
Yeah, that's fair.
But
oh no, it's like a chapter book.
It's a chapter book.
Okay,
sure. Yeah,
because I thought it was. I was thinking it was like a picture book, but
no, it like stuck with me. It's apparently a classic.
Interesting.
And maybe Charlie will get it for Easter. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I would read it. It looks cute. Okay, well, now that mystery is solved.
Okay.
They talk about the mulberry.
Still don't know why silk came into that, but okay.
Yeah, isn't that funny? Those associations from childhood. Yeah. Okay, so what are we talking about today? We are talking about the Ethical Silk Company. This company was actually started by a woman named Eva, which they only gave her first name on the website, and I didn't feel like searching. Her name's Eva from Dublin. She's from Ireland.
Okay.
Their silk is handmade in India. So it's a global...
Okay.
It's a global workforce.
Okay.
And actually, their website details it's basically run by 4 women, according to their website, and they're all living all over Europe. So they kind of go into their story and stuff. But
okay.
Yeah, it's interesting. So I don't know. It's just interesting. But anyway, so their silk is handmade in India. They use what's known as mulberry silk.
Okay.
Or I think it's the same thing. Peace silk is another way to...
Peace silk, okay.
Yeah, peace silk, like the peaceful, whatever. Or ahimsa silk is another way to say it.
Okay, ahimsa means without harm, right? Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So, same idea.
Okay, this is opening up other things from my... Well, just studying.
Other books and other children's
just studying Eastern thought, like as a...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've totally
college.
heard the word ahimsa. I mean, I took a...
Do no harm.
Yeah. I don't know what from, but I definitely have heard that word before. So that's the idea.
Okay.
Of this sort of special kind of silk that is different than other sort of your standard silk. Oh, and the interesting thing is, I meant to do this in the intro, but obviously it wasn't written out, so I didn't. I looked at Quince because we talked about Quince
right, they have their
ago.
Washable silk.
Yeah, they have tons of silk. Like, that's a whole thing. That's one of their products. And on their website, basically it makes it clear that they do not use piece silk
Okay.
because they literally are like, the worms are discarded, is what their website says, and I'm like,
wow, not even
what?
fed to cattle or something. Yeah.
No, not even
Turn into
trying to
cricket
make
powder
it look
for...
like, yeah, who cares about worms, I guess. I don't know. So we care about worms. So all right, so that's who they are. That's the Ethical Silk Company. They're trying to produce this sort of new, it's not even really that new, but this sort of better, supposed to be more ethical silk.
Okay. For the vegans.
For the vegans.
We won't.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
I don't know if they claim that, but I think you could call it vegan. And we'll get into sort of like now, because I'm going to talk about their eco-friendly claims, but we'll get into exactly how it is different, the kind of silk that they produce.
Okay.
So, and the fact that they don't produce it, but we'll get there.
Well,
Yeah, it is what it is. So what eco-friendly claims are they making? I looked into 3.
Okay.
So one is ethical production. That's one claim, that they produce things ethically.
Which, okay. Again, as we keep going back to like, is that eco-friendly? Technically.
Yeah. If you're talking about sustainability, right.
Yeah, I guess they go hand in hand, but like saying that you're ethical, like, is my, willingness to report sexual harassment at work an eco-friendly, like, that's ethics. I don't know. It's okay. Keep going.
Yeah. No, I know. It kind of like went off in my own brain there just for a second. Because I realized I actually meant to switch these around. So I want number 1 to be sustainable natural fabrics.
Okay.
That's their first
okay.
claim. Because that's talking about the actual silk making process.
Yeah.
Then we're talking about ethical production. And yes, we can get into that.
Okay.
And then we're talking about cruelty-free sleepwear.
Okay.
So these are their 3 claims.
Okay.
First, sustainable natural fabrics. So, a lot of people say silk is like natural, right? Because it comes from
bugs.
The cocoons of silkworms.
Yeah.
So those cocoons are taken apart and dyed, spun, and woven into threads that they then use to create the silk fabrics. However, it's interesting because the Tree Hugger article that I read says that silk is one of the fabrics that has a bigger environmental impact than other natural fibers.
I can buy that.
Yes, because they have 3 reasons.
Yeah.
So silk production takes a lot of energy.
Yes.
So the silk farms themselves have to control temperatures. Harvesting the cocoons uses hot air and hot water, especially if you're doing the like normal process of, I don't know if I've mentioned this, but you boil them.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Okay.
Hence the hot water, which if you're not boiling them, spoiler, that's what they do. They don't boil them. Anyway.
Okay, that's the ahimsa version. Okay.
Yeah. I'll just say it so I'm not confusing everybody, but they basically normal silk, they boil the cocoons before the worms have emerged from them, because apparently through the process of emerging it can damage the threads.
Yeah.
So they boil them and then unwrap them basically and then discard the worms. The piece silk, they let the caterpillars grow into moths. So they let them actually emerge from the cocoons. They let them become beautiful moths. And there's I don't remember what kind of, I have it here somewhere, but it's like a very strange moth name. But
I am going to look at the silk moths.
Yeah, it starts with a B. It's like bow something. It's a specific type of moth that it turns into.
Cool. Bombyx mori.
Okay, yes. That's it. They're kind of
apparently,
ugly, to be honest.
I like, somebody said they're pretty cute. Somebody called them a
Oh.
sky puppy.
Okay, hold on. I need to look at this better.
I mean, moths are generally, they're not my,
Oh, I see.
they're
They
not my
are
jam.
cute. They
Yeah,
are
they're
cute.
Are they the
I
ones
mean,
with
yeah,
the-
moths really are actually quite cute.
They're cool.
Yeah. If
Okay,
you like look
sorry.
very closely. It's sort of like a jumping spider if you look really closely at
Yes,
its
they're
face, you're
super.
like,
I have
"Oh
a
my
couple jumping spiders that just show up in my office and we hang out.
Oh.
Yeah, that little cute face. It's like the moth that talks to Gandalf in
Yes.
Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
Brr, brr. Okay, anyway.
No, totally. Okay, so it takes a lot of energy to produce silk. It also
Yeah.
takes a lot of water because it is dependent on the mulberry, which is a
Right.
thirsty tree, apparently. And that can stress freshwater supplies if the trees are in places where there's not a whole lot of water.
That makes sense.
And
Like
they
India.
also,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, we've talked about that with cotton.
Yes.
And they need a lot of water for like the silk to process silk.
Right. You have to, if you're starting with boiling and then
Mm-hmm.
onward. Yeah. Okay.
Right. Also, the use of chemicals to clean and dye silk can pollute local water, which we've read about before with other, like, I think that was even the bamboo fabric,
Mm-hmm.
was the chemicals were, like, definitely harming local environments.
Yeah. Not good for the turtles.
Yes. So there is certified organic silk, which has a relatively lower impact.
That's so fascinating.
I know, isn't it?
Because the silkworms weren't fed GMOs.
I don't know. I don't
GMO
know.
mulberry. I mean, it's like, how do you certify organic cotton the same way you do silk? Like,
That is a really good question.
they're very different types of textiles. I don't know. I
Maybe
had never
they're-
thought about it before, but
Yeah, maybe they're not dyed. Maybe.
or they don't use, or they can't use certain chemicals. Well, obviously they don't use insecticides because it would. I mean, they might use insecticides but
Yeah. There's also wild silk, which is really interesting.
oh,
I don't know if I talk about that later, but it's basically they collect fiber, like they collect cocoons from wild.
see, that
Moths.
sounds way more ethical.
Yes. Yeah, because I don't know, the moths don't need the cocoons once they're done.
Right. Or they're not you're not like stealing it from birds that like nobody eats cocoons.
Yeah, right.
That I know of. I don't know. I'm not an ecologist. Right.
Yeah, I don't think so. But the that wild silk is actually, it's totally different is what people say, because just of the nature of the beast. It's just like a different fabric that comes from that, and it's like a yellow color, and it's sort of, or like a golden color, and it's more inconsistent because
That makes perfect sense.
yeah, exactly. So it's really interesting.
That's kind of like wild apples versus
Right.
farmed apples or domestic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Or the difference between venison and beef,
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
It is interesting. There's also, I didn't look into it much, but if anybody's interested in looking into it, there's sort of a new silk product out there within the last maybe 5 or 6 years called micro silk. And it's actually, they call it synthetic spider silk.
Oh.
It's so crazy because, spider silk is what spiders make, but we can't use that for
That's
fabric.
not, yeah, it just, beep, 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 beep.
Yeah. I mean, I think
mean,
actually,
It's one of the strongest threads in the world.
yeah. I think in my research, I saw this like haute couture dress that was made out of actual spider silk. But
I
of
don't want
course
to know how
it's-
they got it.
No,
Yeah.
I know. And of course, it's like just
Like-
wildly impossible to pull off for any sort of market. But
Yeah.
so this is like a man-made one, and
Okay.
It's produced from yeast fermentation using water, sugar, and nutrients. And
Nutrients.
Somehow.
Sounds like beer.
I know. How? I don't know. It's like this whole crazy chemical process.
They can't tell you. It's probably very...
Yeah.
But we live in the future sometimes.
I know. And so they
That's
made
cool.
this stuff called micro silk.
It sounds like something out of The Expanse or like a sci-fi show.
100%. I'm imagining vats of yeast
and water.
sugar.
And they're like, we brew beer over here and then we make shirts out of it over here. You know?
Totally.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And you know, a lot of people are saying that's more sustainable. I didn't look into it. You're not killing any.
Yeah, I mean yeast.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, there's always something. Yeah.
Okay.
But that's still pretty new, and I don't think it's like mass produced at all. So, and I have no idea on cost. So.
Or scalability. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Cool. Weird.
Yeah. So it's kind of interesting. Now I was going to take a quick break.
Sounds perfect.
Okay.
So many silks, so little time.
No, I know, really. And I didn't even get into all of them that I found, but I did the main ones.
Yeah.
So now let's talk about ethical production, because that is the next claim that the Ethical Silk Company makes, is that they do it ethically.
It's in their name. What do you know?
Not surprising. So on their website, the Ethical Silk Company says that they have an uncompromising commitment to ethical production and equitable practices. We firmly believe that everyone should be rewarded fairly for their work and skills and treated with respect. Anything else isn't an option for us.
Okay.
So as you mentioned, it is kind of a gray area in terms of sustainability, because we're talking about like pay and money.
Right. Right.
But I do think, as we've said before, humans are part of nature, and we need
the
to survive.
ecosystem. Yes, agreed.
Yeah, and there's so much unfairness in the world that really it should be part of the conversation.
I agree.
So this silk is designed in Ireland, the UK, and the US, and then it's fabricated at fair trade textile workshops in South and North India.
Okay.
Just interesting.
Right.
It's just like interesting global dynamics.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'll get into one of the workshop I looked into is also really interesting.
Okay.
Okay, so their workshops are fair trade certified.
Okay, which we went over last episode, but
yes,
you got different research than I did, so let's hear it.
So there are 10 principles to fair trade production, and that sort of, and they say that underpins our business philosophy, blah, blah, blah. Puts the human factor first. So some of these principles, the fair trade principles, are basically making sure the money trickles down to the people doing the work.
Right, which not stakeholders. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe stakeholders too, but
may or may not happen. We'll get into it. They also aim to give a living wage, but they don't really specify any sort of forcing mechanism. It's like that's the goal, is to give a living wage to people. But
we talk about it and we drink tea over it, but
yeah.
And what's a living wage in India, certain parts of India versus a living wage in Ireland, right?
Right. Well, it is I think it's dependent on the area.
Location. Yeah. But still, it's kind of like...
Right. They also aim to pay men and women the same, so don't pay women less for the same work. No child labor, that kind of thing.
Important. It is important. Yeah. That is all very important. And it feels like it should go without saying, but it's like, it doesn't.
No.
So, yeah.
Sadly, it just absolutely does not. So like I said before, you can actually look up at least one of their fair trade workshops that they use, and this one's called Mahira Shah.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked it up, and it's so interesting because, like, it just seems like business is booming for them. They are not, definitely not. They have so many clients. It seems like it's not just this company. So, and actually, this Mahira Shah focuses on the wood stamped, so they stamp the silk.
Okay.
With the design.
Oh,
that's what they do.
Instead of printing it through a factory or whatever. Okay.
Yeah. So this specific workshop, I don't think they make the silk, but they stamp it. That's like their thing.
Interesting. Okay.
But then, so they have this workshop, at least one workshop in India. But then they also have basically like a boutique kind of, I don't know if it's an in-person, but they have like a business in North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
And it's the same company. So it's all like fair trade certified. You know, on their website, they say lots of good words about how they live up to all of these standards. So we'll get into now a little bit more about fair trade.
Okay.
So research published in Nature, the journal Nature Sustainability, found that while some farmers benefit from the price paid for certified products, some farmers benefit. The actual workers, the agricultural workers on the farm, don't reap the same rewards.
Okay. And that's probably from years of it being, it like started out with good intentions by some hippies in the 80s or 90s and then trickled up, as it always does.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think, I mean, I've heard some criticism throughout the years of fair trade.
I have also.
And it's sort of like, it's hard because you don't want to sit here and be like, the perfect is the enemy of the good.
Right.
Because, to be fair, the farmers are getting paid more.
Right.
Than they would.
It just always feels like excuses of colonialism, you know?
Yeah.
Like, well, we've enslaved this group of people, but at least they get a roof over their head and a job. And it's like,
right.
What? You know?
Yeah.
Like, they're getting paid something, but it's, there was that whole scandal that came out years ago about children. Any unveined shrimp that you bought, like the frozen shrimp you could buy at the store, was like deveined by children in Thailand or Malaysia and like in horrible conditions, you know, and like the capital excuse is, well, at least they were making a wage, you know, and it's like, nah.
Oh my God.
I don't know. I get very uppity about this stuff.
That's horrifying.
Well, now all of our shrimp is radioactive, so.
Great.
What's up with shrimp? Anyway, sorry. That's just the thoughts that go through my head when they're like, oh yeah, ethical practices and a living wage in a country that has historically been colonized and belittled and demeaned.
Right.
Just feels so... It is complicated. Like you're saying, it is complicated. Anyway, keep going.
There's definitely some like weird global dynamics at play. It just feels a little bit weird.
Right. You're allowed to feel icky about it.
Yeah.
As a consumer, especially.
Yeah.
And the deeper you dig into things, the ickier you feel about factory production in other countries.
Yeah. And then at the same time, I'm thinking the people running that workshop are making bank, you know?
Yeah. Oh, especially compared to their neighbors, probably.
Yeah. Well, so that's the other thing. It's like, it's very expensive to become fair trade and to maintain your fair trade certification. So not every, you know, small business owner around the world can do it. Yeah, because I definitely read like some people say it's almost even, you know, you make more, but you're paying more. So sort of like...
It kind of cancels itself out.
Yeah. One other interesting thing from the Corporate Accountability Lab, who I love. I didn't know about them before, but I'm like,
I think I might have to start looking into them. Okay.
Yeah. I was like, that's awesome. They said fair trade relies on what's called social audits.
Okay. These
businesses that are fair trade certified are audited. but there's social audits. And what Corporate Accountability Lab says is that social audits differ from financial audits, like, your typical financial audit,
Right.
in two fundamental ways. Number one, they are voluntary. And number two, they are market driven. So
Okay.
it's like these places are being audited, but it definitely seemed like it's just, to me, not clear who's enforcing, if anybody. Are there penalties?
Yeah.
Are
are the standards published so that
yeah.
you can, as a consumer look and be like, oh, they failed on this accountability measure, that accountability measure.
Yeah.
Or is it just
or not even as a consumer, but as like a business choosing which workshops
Right.
and which, other businesses you're going to work with. Like,
right.
if you're relying on the website, it has a lot of good words, but I don't know if you're really going to find.
Yeah. Are those meaningful words?
Yeah.
Looking up. And who's enforcing them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. Because, what I read was, yes, people definitely almost always make more money.
At a fair trade certified.
Yeah. So it is good. It's beneficial. However.
Nuance. Yeah.
Yes. Corporate Accountability Lab also says that most of the social audits are not created or led by the workers. So that impacts their ability to change conditions for the actual workers themselves.
And does it kind of trade out the need for a union,
Right.
which would be voices from the workers themselves rather than corporate Band-Aid,
Yes.
Well, we got, somebody came in here and said you were fine, so
Yeah, exactly.
by a global standard that you have no say in. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Many say that direct trade is better.
Yeah. I have heard that. I mean, in terms of coffee, like fair trade certified in the 90s and early 2000s, they even said, we don't need for this company to be fair trade certified because we're dealing directly with the farm,
Yeah.
It's not a third party, or it's not Starbucks or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So direct trade is a direct agreement between like a coffee roaster, for example, and a farmer. So
Right.
somebody who grows the coffee.
Yeah.
There's no expensive certifications needed. These direct trade agreements also often pay higher prices. So you're paying, you as a farmer will make more probably.
Right. Because you're not paying for people to pass it on to a distributor who passes it on to a,
Yeah. So it's really interesting. And, so they say you form relationships. So you're like in direct communication, you're working together, people being people. It's lovely.
Renaissance, medieval era trade pacts. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So just a little bit of what I found out about fair trade, because I knew I had heard sort of some criticism about it.
Yeah. Which are fair. And I agree.
Yeah. So it's not perfect. It's not the worst thing ever.
It's something.
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel like I'm so tired of something. It's like, hooray, it's something.
Yeah, and is it just something that a lot of businesses are slapping on their labels, but it's not really doing
they could
much?
pay a fee rather than actually do anything. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, and reap the rewards from it.
Yeah.
So.
And people trust it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. It's really hard to say. So
we're so disaffected and so cynical.
I know.
We read too much. Yeah.
That's the funny thing. It's like, I really actually expected this season for us to find some really awesome stuff.
No,
I think we still might. There's still like one that I'm hopeful for.
Yeah.
One or two.
I mean, I think we've just kind of found the mad that is American capitalism.
No, you're right. So far, we've looked into Quince. We've looked into Pact. We've looked into sort of all the big ones.
Anything that you're going to get fed on your Instagram feed, basically.
Yes. Yeah.
And
so,
they're meh. You know, they're mid,
Yeah.
as the kids say.
Yes. Oh my God.
But I think we're all kind of in agreement that American capitalism is pretty mid, right?
Yeah. 100%.
It doesn't live up to our needs or expectations, and it's just kind of feeding this group average idea that doesn't really suit anyone's needs, but kind of sort of addresses everyone's needs.
Yeah. And creates needs that weren't there before.
Yes.
Yeah. It's brutal. Yeah, totally mid. And this isn't even a freaking American company.
No, I know. They're European.
Yeah, it doesn't even seem to matter anymore. So
It's all burning to the ground.
yeah, but I am hopeful for next week. We'll talk about that.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
I think
have
there's
thoughts.
hope.
I have thoughts.
So, okay. The last and final, we kind of got into this already, but I'll just sort of tie
Circle
it up
back.
with the bow.
Okay.
Circle back. There you go.
No, I like tie it with a bow.
Yeah.
That's a much better corporate euphemism.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is that they have cruelty-free sleepwear. Because I didn't really mention what products they have, but they have a lot of like sleep sets, silk sleep sets. They have silk pillowcases. They have silk. I don't think they sell silk sheets, but they have, silk tops and dresses and things like that.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Yeah, it's supposed to be better for your hair. Again, breathable like cotton is. It's a natural fiber.
Yeah. One thing they had on their website about the pillowcase, which almost convinced me, which it didn't, but it was like, it won't absorb your moisturizer, so your facial,
all that money you spend on your face cream will stay on your face.
Yeah, it'll do the work overnight or whatever. And I'm like, oh my God. They know exactly who they're marketing.
100%. They're like millennial women.
Yeah.
It is smart. It's very smart marketing.
Yeah. Yes. So cruelty-free sleepwear.
Okay.
This is a quote from their website. They have a love of natural, sustainable fabrics where no animals have suffered in the production process that makes as little impact as possible on our planet. So,
that's cute.
Yeah. So, a little bit more about mulberry silk. It's produced by a family business headed by Rajaya Kusuma, he's in India. He's been instrumental in spearheading the production of mulberry silk in India specifically. So, like I said, the silkworm completes its life cycle, turns into a moth. They do not boil the worms alive, which is nice.
For our little Disney souls, yeah.
Yeah. And actually, I read that it takes about 2,500 silkworms worth of filament to produce a pound of silk fabric.
Jeez.
2,500 for 1 pound.
So, I think this is the thing, is that, like, there's a reason that, like, silk was prized and, like, special, And
well,
now
yeah, it's
we're
hard
just...
as shit to make, yeah.
Yeah, and that, like...
We expect it in Macy's.
I just want a fucking silk pillowcase on Amazon tomorrow for my... like... It should be like a special occasion not that we have royals anymore, but like you should have like one silk item that you prize, ever. And that we are just at the point where we're like, I need 4 silk shirts because they're in this season, Yeah. It's wild.
Yeah. No, you're totally right. The thing I have against silk is how the hell do you clean it? I don't know.
Well, if it's quince, it's washable, but
that's fair.
It's kind of that's the reason I don't own a lot of silk, because it's like I'm a sweaty girl.
Yeah, same.
I'm not a dainty babe.
Yeah, when I used to work in the office, I was like always had pit stains.
Yes, my silk items look disgusting. Like I should be wearing a cotton sack. And
no, I was gonna say I need a men's undershirt.
Yes. I need to work
I'm jealous of them. I need one of those.
I know. Oh, well, you could camisole it up, baby girl. Like,
yeah, but those don't have the t-shirt pits protective, you know?
Have you seen the Japanese ones where they have ones where you can stick in your shirts to like
No.
protect your pits?
Genius.
Yeah, the Japanese are living in the future, but they have
Yes.
like pit stickers that you can put so like you won't sweat through your, should be expensive silk shirt,
Oh my god.
Smarty pantses.
That's amazing.
But no, I think about that, yeah, a lot about like,
Yeah, freaking tank tops do not do it.
no, it needs to be a shirt.
Yeah.
I always wear a shirt under my nice shirts,
That's smart. I should. I don't have nice shirts anymore, but
I
when
know,
I
me
used to
neither.
go to
I'm
an office.
here in my jammy jams and my sweatshirts. But yeah, like bras don't do it.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I'm just gonna drink my hazy beer.
Okay, perfect. I was going to say, so the interesting and sad thing about the Bombyx mori moth
Yeah.
is that humans have actually cultivated it and bred it for thousands of years because silk has been around since like ancient
forever.
China.
Yes.
So, because of this, they aren't able to survive very long once they do emerge from their cocoons.
They're cows.
Not even, though, because they can't see, they can't fly, apparently.
Yeah.
And so
but
they
like
live really short lives.
Yeah. So this is the thing. Yeah.
It is what it is.
Dairy cows you can hunt with a hammer. I mean, they're sweet animals and they're bigger than moths, but like we have
Well, at least they
bred...
can see, but yeah.
Well, yeah, but like we have bred all these animals to be for certain production purposes.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to be special, For years and for generations, it was like special.
Yeah.
Silk was special.
Right.
And
Right.
we've created an ecosystem that can't be sustained without our existence.
Right. Can I want to interject with a sort of positive animal.
Okay, please. Please do.
Animal, wild animal, domesticated animal, human trifecta interaction. I just watched this really cool. Charlie's really into cheetahs.
Yeah.
And pumas and tigers and all the things.
The big cats. Yeah.
Yeah. So we watched this really cool National Geographic documentary about pumas. I think it's called like Wild Up Close or something. And it's a series. And this one was about pumas in Patagonia. And they were having issues. The locals were having issues because they had sheep that they were raising. And the pumas, there's this like relatively large, but like not that big in the grand scheme of things, protected area for pumas. And it's illegal to kill them in the country now. It didn't used to be. But they, obviously the pumas were still coming in, killing their sheep because that's what they would do.
Wouldn't you? They're easy hunting. I mean,
yeah. There's like a little fence. They just jump over it.
Like, boop, boop.
So farmers were killing them. They were killing up to like 1,000 a year. And
jeez.
Yeah, like a lot. And it wasn't making a difference because other pumas would just come in and take over their territory and then eat their sheep. It made no impact by killing them. They finally figured this out, and this one guy led the charge and started using dogs, like domesticated dogs, as deterrents. And they're like big, these sort of like big, maybe, I don't know what breed it is.
Pyrenees are guardian. I mean, they're guardian. That's what they're meant for, to protect sheep.
Okay, it must have been them because they're like pretty big.
Well, except they're massively furry, but something like them. Yeah.
Yeah, they are really furry. Is that what your dogs are?
One of them. Yeah.
Okay.
Archie is a Pyrenees.
You should watch this then. It's so cute. So this guy started like breeding these dogs, and there's such a demand for the dogs that he can't breed them fast enough, which could cause its own issues, right? But,
right, yeah.
But that's like been a whole business for him, which is so interesting. But the people doing the documentary actually sat out there at night and did like night vision and watched as the puma jumped in the fence. The dogs smelled it or like woke up or something, barked, and the cat ran away. And it was like so cool.
It is cool to watch. Yeah. Do that. Yeah.
And they said since they started doing that, farmers have gone from having like thousands of sheep dead to like 1 or 2 per year.
It's an old school shepherd's trick to have a frickin' Pyrenees. I know.
That's what I
Yeah.
was thinking. I was like, haven't sheepdogs been around for so long?
Forever. I mean, since sheep, basically.
Yeah, and it was
Yeah.
like that was like against wolves, I guess, but I don't
Wolves,
know.
but or coyotes. I mean, wherever you're
Yeah.
raising sheep, but
Yeah.
pumas too. Well, mountain lions, you know.
I guess they hadn't gotten the memo yet, but I was like, "Oh, this is such a nice, like heartwarming
No
thing."
one dies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's like this guy had a picture of himself with 3 dead pumas that he had killed
Oh,
years
jeez.
before,
Yeah.
just as like a reminder of like this is where I came from, but he was now leading the
And now I've
charge
got
of
all
like,
these Pyrenees. Yeah.
yeah,
Archie tries to protect us from.
you're his sheep. Oh,
He goes to the fence and he barks and he looks at us. He's like,
that is so cute. Oh my
"Oh,
god.
it's not cute at 6:45 in the morning."
Oh, well, that's fair.
When the first person, but he's a guardian dog, and he's very guardian dog oriented. Yeah,
That's so interesting.
yeah.
I've
He
never
needs
had
a
one
flock
of
of
those.
sheep.
Yeah.
I know. It's my first. We had a collie when I was growing up, and he would like nip our ankles and try to get us to go
Uh-huh.
places. But Archie is very like he sleeps outside and he watches.
Oh,
He
that might be why he
barks.
likes sleeping outside. That's
Well,
interesting.
that and he's afraid of the heater. But yeah,
Well, fair.
but yeah, he does. He does like he has his little perch, and he's looking for threats.
So interesting.
Anyway, okay, so silk.
Yeah, it's cool. All right, on to price. So
Okay.
is this something a normal person could afford?
Okay.
Boy, oh boy.
No, absolutely not.
No.
This is a special occasion, which is what, like I said, silk should be special occasion, right?
Yeah.
If we're being honest. Okay, please lay it on me. How much does it cost?
All right, so imagine a mulberry silk pajama set,
Okay.
top and bottom.
Okay.
How much do you think that's going to cost?
Okay, so I think Lunya, which is a place I have gotten silk pajamas from, or people have, it was like 80 for both.
80 per?
No,
top
80
bottom?
for the top and the bottom.
Oh.
Oh,
even
honey, you live in a fantasy world. Okay.
Not even close. These prices actually blew my mind. Try $360.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I was like, that's a
No.
very nice gift. Like, I don't know
guess.
who gifts me that, but
Again, you need one. If it lasts for 15 years,
right.
maybe, and you've got a really good sugar daddy. I don't know.
Yeah, totally.
Actually, that's probably pretty mid for a sugar daddy. That's a
Yeah, that's
pretty.
true. Yeah.
Not that either of us would know.
No. And then, so there was silk pillowcase, just a pillowcase. You want
$90? How much?
128.
I was so close. Okay, again, but you can't wash it, right? It's all got to be dry cleaned.
I actually didn't look into how. I don't know. I actually don't. That's a good question. Because I doubt it. Because that's the whole thing. Like washable silk is like a new fancy thing. Yeah.
Well, and it's a lie, but yeah,
Is it?
I think. I don't know.
Okay. I've never tried it.
Maybe if you use the right fabric softener.
To be fair, I used to wash my old.
Oh,
I don't.
always.
They probably weren't silk though. Actually.
No, but I would wash all
All
of my
my
dry
work
clean only
shirts.
item stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, it went in the washer and then just hung it to dry and like hoped I could iron it. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Mine still lasted years. I mean,
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And that's not like,
They weren't real silk though. To be fair.
or I wasn't in a place where anybody was like coming up
Yeah.
to me with a ruler and like,
Right. Cover it with a the sweater and you're fine.
yeah, like I worked in the prison.
Yeah.
I was
okay.
overdressed for the prison. Okay, let's be honest. All right.
Yeah, that's fair. So no, a normal person cannot afford this.
No, this is abnormal.
Yes.
Even if you squinch your head to the left.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
And okay, I will say that I do think that we undervalue textiles, and that's what makes fast fashion
We
stupid.
do. Yeah. No, you're right.
But that is not our normal price. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it is hand stamped.
Que fancy. Hand stamped.
It is this special silk. So.
And maybe worth it, but also not in my potato farmer land that I live in.
Not in my current life. Yeah. Yep, totally. Like I said, all right, does the earth-friendly message need to come back to Earth? I think this one's a tricky one.
That's hard. Can you produce silk in a post-monarchy, anti-capitalist, like, I don't know.
I mean, silk is pretty environmentally thirsty.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's also not certified organic, which apparently helps lighten the impact. So it's not that.
You mean this is GMO silk? They're fed GMO mulberries? The faces I'm making. If you're on YouTube, I hope you see them because they deserve to be Renaissance paintings. That's my GMO. That's my anti-GMO face.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, I also just hate the name. I hate it, but I love it. But I hate it, but I love it. It's like so
no,
good
it's
that it's so annoying.
It's correct. It is like I wish that's why my personal brand is Cat Cox Writer. What do? I write. I'm a writer. It's not like magical unicorn. Like, what do? Well, we produce sustainable. It's
Cotton
like, nah,
candy.
it's yes, cotton candy for your brain. Like, what does that mean? I'm a writer.
Just cotton candy.
I'm a writer. They produce ethical silk. Okay, they're
Right.
putting it out there. Great name. Love it.
Yeah.
Hate it. Also.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I think yes, there are definitely places where their messaging needs to come back to Earth, but I think in other ways
they're trying.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, again, if you're just going on Quince and you're buying a silk shirt, you're not thinking about like how many silkworms died to produce this.
Yeah.
Or again, their factories. We don't know. Like, are they paying Indian or Chinese or Malaysian factory workers to boil, these worms to death and take their pods and produce? Like, it should be a labor-intensive, expensive process to make silk. Yeah. It should be a special occasion item. And Quince is just like, get your wearable silk shirt. Wash your silk shirt.
I know.
I think we're in a slow apocalypse.
I know. Feels that way.
Yeah, where everything is just
crazy.
Twice as expensive as it used to be, and we have to talk about like, is $350 silk worth it, or should I buy groceries for my family for the next week? I don't know.
Should I have a heater?
Yeah,
that functions that I paid for,
or like.
For example, our BG&E, I say BG&E as if people know what the hell that is. It's our energy provider. Literally, we don't use, in the winter, we don't use electric.
Right.
They
your
provide
gas
electric.
Heater. Yeah.
We have oil, actually. It's like
your oil
old school radiators because our 1960s house.
Lead poisoning. Yep.
Yeah, well, yeah. So we don't use electric in the winter. It is the winter, and we are paying $300 a month for our electric bill. It just went up it used to be like $80 a couple months ago.
Did they put a data center in?
That's what I don't freaking know.
Yeah, they don't.
I think so, but I'm like, how? And I was reading about it, and they had all this stuff about, this has gone up for us and this other thing has gone up for this, and maybe it probably is directly related to freaking data centers, but it's crazy.
I feel like with your phone bill they have to list like every item out, like when you look at your
they
cell
list
phone
it
bill.
But it's just like the kilowatt hours have gone up.
No, I know but like if your phone bill goes up they have to tell you why, but not your electrical bill.
It's crazy. And it's a monopoly. I
it
have
is.
one option.
Yeah. The one in Albuquerque is being bought out by a private equity firm, which is like
Oh, God.
Code word for burn it all to the ground, you know?
Oh, my God.
And
Well, I
we
was just going to
can't-
say,
yeah.
somebody that I know who is also on BG&E does use electric for heating, and they're paying $600 a month. So I'm like, that will
That's
be our
insane.
summer. That's what's coming this summer.
That's a mortgage.
Yeah.
And also, if you wanted to get solar or wind or whatever, all of those subsidies have been destroyed. So you're not going to get paid back if you get solar. And also,
Right.
so they're just,
Oh, no, you're screwed.
I can't even imagine. Like, if you are working a minimum wage job
No, I know.
as a single parent,
How in the hell? That's what Joe and I are like, how do people, literally, how are people affording to live?
no.
Because this is BG&E. This covers lots of places in Maryland. Like, it covers, like, lots of,
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
a big
lots of incomes all over the place. And I'm like, how in God's name are normal people affording this?
That's wild. Like, mine is $270, maybe in the past month, but that's including trash and water but yeah, in the summer it'll go up to $350 with the AC on. I don't know what it's going to be this next year.
Okay. Not too shabby,
No, I mean,
comparatively.
I don't know. My house is 1,400 square feet. I don't know, but
Okay. Yeah. Ours is like 17, but.
still,
No, it's not.
It shouldn't be that much more.
No, because it's like it used to be $80 in the winter.
it's like your fridge has been running a lot.
No, definitely
That's
not
insane. That is
that. No, and it's only in the last like 3 months that I'm like, whoa, why don't we have any money? Oh, okay, cool.
right. No, that's exactly it. It's like I can't afford a $380 silk pillowcase because that's my student loan bill and then also my
Yeah.
electricity
Energy.
bill.
Do I
Yeah.
need electric? I'm always like, maybe we can live without. Which is
I've been- yeah.
insane because no, you can't.
No. Well, in Texas too, it's going to be 104 this summer, right?
Right.
Like we already need the air conditioning. Like, okay, I have it set so that it's like the air conditioning doesn't come on until it's 79 degrees in the house.
Yeah, I'm like, 80 degrees is reasonable to have air conditioning on.
Fine. Okay. Is it though? Mark Zuckerberg?
No, I know. I think, yeah, there has been some reporting on how Maryland, Pennsylvania, sort of this trifecta, and Virginia too probably, are being impacted by the data centers, for sure. How is this legal? How? Is
What
it
legal? We don't
yeah.
have law anymore.
I know. Trump is
There's-
like, yay, AI, so.
Well, yeah. But also, like, our senators are so busy, like, fighting lawsuits and... Cool. So ethical silk, kind of a
Yeah.
thing.
So, I didn't do the granola rating.
Oh, let's do that.
Yeah, I gave it so we do this every episode, basically, like, is it soggy, is it crunchy? You want it to be crunchy.
You want it
for
crunchy
granola.
because it's granola, right?
Yeah. So this one I said was like pretty mid.
Pretty mid. It's a 3.
I said mushy.
You said mushy. A 2?
I said 2.5.
Okay. Between
So
mushy and chewy.
Yeah. So
Okay.
like, maybe I could give it a 3. I don't feel
They're
quite good about it,
trying.
but yeah, no, you're right. You're
But
right.
also, like, they're trying, but also, like, we don't need silk.
Well, there is that. I didn't
I
even
mean-
think about that.
I don't
Oh,
know.
frick.
Shoot. Let's start over. Whole new podcast. It's been an hour and 11 minutes, and we
100
gotta
hours.
start over. We're like, do you need silk? Why would you need silk? For your, but it's for your makeup absorption. But it is like it's a luxury fabric.
No, it is. You're
And
totally
it
right.
has always been a luxury fabric, and then to make it a day-to-day quotidian non-luxury fabric is a disservice to the trade, to the craft.
And to be fair, they aren't doing that. But yeah.
Right. So like, maybe that's fine. If it's, I mean, compared to probably a Louis Vuitton ugly shoe, this is super affordable. Not that I buy ugly shoes from Louis Vuitton, but you know, like, they're not saying they're accessible silk. They're saying they're ethical silk.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, you're right.
Okay.
You're right. And it is so expensive that not that many people are going to be able to afford it. So.
Right. And then
less consumption in that sense.
Okay, good.
Yeah. That is so funny.
Fair.
I didn't even go there. Like, do we need silk?
You did, though. You did. In a way.
No, I didn't.
Well, okay. I think that that's what we've come up with though, this whole season is like, do we need fashion?
Well,
right?
yeah, that's true.
And like, fashion as an art, delightful. Fast fashion as a consumerist issue, fuck that noise, right?
Yeah.
I think that's what we're coming to the conclusion of is like, buy one good thing that will last you forever.
Mm-hmm.
That your grandmother would have been like, oh, look, she got a silk pillow. You know, like, that's the point. Like, if you're going to buy a silk nightgown set, maybe this is the place you buy it from. And you wear it for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And you treasure it. And you treasure that it doesn't absorb your super expensive hyaluronic acid, niacinamide, vitamin C, whatever face cream it is. Like, you sleep on it like this. Yeah, I don't know.
So true. Yes, and you know that cream is working.
better be working.
That's funny. That was good. All right, so there's that. What the hell are you talking about next week?
I don't know. We looked it up earlier and I already forgot. I'm talking about Hope for Flowers. It's slow fashion.
Yes. Slow
fashion. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is like a super small company and I'm like so crossing my freaking fingers that we're like maybe this is the shining star of the season.
Let's hope. Hope for flowers.
Yeah, there is hope for flowers. We'll see. All right, sweet. This has been a long-in.
It has.
But a good-in.
There was really high ABV beer involved, so I'm
sorry. Long-in and good-in.
Long-in and good-in. I enjoyed it.
Long is not bad.
That's what she said.
Oh, my lordy.
Put the children to bed. Yes.
Right.
Put the children to bed and like us on YouTube.
Yeah, go check our
like
YouTube
and subscribe.
Out. This is a good YouTube episode, actually. You should watch
I think
it,
so, because there was a lot of faces.
A lot of faces and pretty funny.
All right,
cool. Well, we will see you next week.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
Thank you.